Okay. Well, welcome everyone to the 2023 East Coast Craft Spirits Awards results presentation. We're very excited to be coming to you live today to present these results. We've had a great time over the past couple of months seeing all the submissions come through. The judges have had a wonderful time tasting these, and we're very looking forward to presenting the results today. So we're going to take a minute first, go through and update and tell everyone about how this competition worked, and then we'll get right to the meat of it and start announcing the results. So this competition, there were a number of different ways for each submission and each distillery to be able to win. The first was the option for gold, silver, or bronze on every particular submission. Our scoring is done points-based. It's not comparison-based. So you'll notice in some of the categories today, there'll be some that there are no bronze winners, or there's only silver winners, or there's only gold and bronze winners. And that's because it's scoring-based and not competition-based. So for the judges' scoring, the distilleries and the products are not competing against each other. They're really only competing against themselves as we try to give a true representation of how these spirits are received. A second way to win is through the People's Choice Awards. This year, we had a high number of votes. It was about 3,500 votes that came through the People's Choice Awards. We're very excited to see that come through. And that is, we push it out to our list, and we also leave the option open for all of the distilleries to be able to share with their followers to go on and give them that support. And we like being able to offer that extra option to be able to win that popularity contest through the People's Choice Awards. So we'll be announcing those today as well. There were two new categories that we added this year. The first of which is the best in class. So with that, we're going to be announcing the distillery that received the highest percentage of scoring with the judges' votes in each category. So that could mean that they had a gold and they had the highest percentage, or it could be that they had a silver and they had the highest percentage. But that'll be our best in class award. And lastly, we're going to be announcing at the end of today's presentation the 2023 East Coast Craft Spirits Awards Distillery of the Year. In order to be qualified to win Distillery of the Year, there had to be at least 4 submissions that came through the contest. And what we did is we took the average of all of the submissions, and whoever had the highest score is going to be announced the winner of the Distillery of the Year. And this was an average, not a total. So a distillery that put in 4 submissions or a distillery that put in 8 submissions had an equal chance of winning that Distillery of the Year award. And we'll be announcing that. In order to qualify to be a part of the East Coast Craft Spirits Awards, we do require that these are locally crafted, smaller distilleries. So a distillery must be craft distilled or blended products, must be a product that's under 100,000 proof gallons distributed annually. The majority of the distillery must be owned by the founders or the operators. And in order to submit to the East Coast Craft Spirits Awards, you had to be in the East Coast region of the United States, and we designated that as states that were east of the Mississippi. This year it's our 3rd year, and it's the largest number of submissions that we've received. So this year, we had submissions from 14 states across 17 categories. So we've got a lot of submissions that came through this year. Not everyone wins a medal. I think we came out to about 82% of submissions that win medals. And so if you do win today, you should be very proud, because we did have some tough judges that were looking everything over. Our judges this year, we had 31 judges that came through across various industries. We want to give out a special thanks to the Bourbon Women's Society. There were judges from just about every state in the competition region that had judges represented from that, and we're very excited to have them on board today. We also had members of the Royal Rum Society that were part of the judging queue this year. So when you have an opportunity, please make sure to check out and follow or see about joining the Bourbon Women's Society, and be sure to check out the Royal Rum Society as well. And we also want to lend out a special thank you to Leandro with the Educated Barfly and Aaron Petrie of Bourbon and Banter. We're very, very excited to have them as part of our judges lineup this year as well. Now on to scoring. So for the judges, each spirit is judged on 18 different points of distinction. So it's broken down by nose and aroma, taste, palate and mouthfeel, balance and finish, and an overall impression of that spirit. And in addition to assigning a score for different points under each of those categories, judges also had the opportunity to leave comments, and we're going to be distributing those out to you all in the coming weeks. The taste tests were done blindly and remotely. So once the submissions came in, everything was assigned a score. We bottled them in 2-ounce sample bottles, and those were shipped out with a code to the judges. So the judges did not know what product that they were tasting. They only knew what category that it was assigned to, and that gave them an indication on how to score for some of those different variables. We did not make any changes to the submissions that came through, and that's something we'll be talking about when we bring out the results. If a distillery put a product in a certain category, we judged it on that category. So for all the winners today, those will be listed on the website in future dates. At the moment, we do have the list of all of the submissions that are on the East Coast Craft Spirits Awards lineup for this year, and those are linked back to each distillery's website. So if you're seeing this and you see one that you want to try or you want to try again, that'll link you right to their website and help you find out where you can find those products. So enough of all the rules and layout. Let's get on to some of the results. We're going to start with the aged rum category today. And the first winner in silver is 1861 Distillery's Barrel Aged Rum, which we have here. Another silver award winner. We've got 2 from Swamp Fox Distilling, one silver in the aged rum category. The Dead Center Single Barrel Aged Rum and the Single Barrel Aged Rum Cask Strength. So these are our silver award winners for the aged rum category. For the gold winners,
Lou. So for gold winners, we've got Newport Craft Brewing and Distilling Thomas 2 Rum, Cooper's Blend Voyage 2. Okay, so there's that. That's gold. And also Newport Craft Brewing and Distilling Thomas 2 Single Barrel Rum, which is also the best in class.
There we go.
For this category.
So that was the highest score.
That's the highest score, and it's got a gold and best in class.
And then our People's Choice Award winner for this was the Single Barrel Aged Rum from Swamp Fox Distilling.
So congrats to everybody on the aged rums.
Michael, can you check what that issue is? On the clear rum, we've got 2 silver award winners. The first of which is Blue Sky Distillery and Blackbeard Point Silver Rum. And the second is 1861 Distillery with the Sugar Cane Rum. 1861 also won the People's Choice Awards and the Best in Class.
Wow, so triple.
Yeah, 3 medals for this distillery right here. So congratulations on the silver, on the clear rum category. On flavored rum, we've got a bronze winner.
So we've got Deep Roots Distillery, Eye of the Storm. The next one that's a bronze winner. So I'll go on to the silvers. Gorget Distilling Company, Iron Java. And also Gorget Distilling Company, Root Beer. Okay, that sounds like an interesting one.
Like to mix those 2 together themselves and give it a try.
And to continue with our flavored rums, we've got Copper Compass Craft Distilling Company, Lemon Drops. This is their lemon drop rum. And the last of the silvers, and Copper Compass is also the People's Award winner. for this category. And then Three Crosses Distilling, Eve's Rebellion Apple Spiced Rum.
Congratulations on the silver winners for the flavored rum category. We've got a single gold award winner for this, which is also the best in class for this. That is the RM Rose Distillery, the Vanilla Bean Cream.
Very different kind of flavored rum.
Really good. We were talking about this earlier. We want to
Right.
just make a milkshake with this
Yeah.
and a little bit of
It's
ice
kind of
cream.
like a
and
rum cordial.
really good.
It's a little different stuff.
So congratulations to all the winners for this category. Continuing with rums, we are on to our spiced rum category. We'll start with the bronze winners in this. That was the Granddaddy Mims Distilling Company Sorghum Rum.
Okay.
And Carl, I think
I'm going
this
to
is
talk
a favorite of yours, right?
I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Yes. So, just real quick story. So, I was actually in Barbados at Mount Gay Distillery. They had us testing different molasses, and one of the molasses tasted to me just like sorghum. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to make a rum out of sorghum. And here we go. So, I'm actually going to, this is a live tasting on camera.
Live tasting on
Live
camera.
tasting on camera. So, here's our sorghum rum, which I think has a really cool nose. It's a little bit different. That's sweeter. I don't know. You can definitely taste and smell it different than a regular rum. Yum. Okay, so this is sweetened, so it's got a little sugar in it, but the sorghum gives it a little, it's a different flavor palette than the molasses-based rum. So I think it's a really cool rum. So this also won the People's Choice, right?
It did.
So this is a, right?
Yeah, favorite
Yeah, right.
favorite of Carl's and a favorite of the
favorite
people.
of mine and power to the people. So and a sorghum rum. So if you want to try something really different, that would be one to try.
Well, good job.
I'm going to
Congratulations.
finish the rest of my sample while you're talking.
Yeah, take your time. We got a whole bottle right here. All right, so spiced rum onto the silver award categories. We've got the Blue Sky Distillery, their Flying Dragon Spiced Rum. And we've got Copper Compass Craft Distilling Company with their Whiskey Barrel Rested Spiced Flavored Rum. This has got a real nice hue to it. Beautiful bottle, too. Moving on with the spiced rum, we still have some silver award winners here. 1861 Distilleries Spiced Rum. Deep Roots Distillery, the Dead Man's Chest. I can hear those drums beating.
Yeah.
And the Doc Howard's Distillery Spiced Rum. So congratulations to the silver award winners in the spiced rum category.
Okay. And the gold for the spiced rum. Three Crosses Distilling, Crossed Rifle Spiced Rum.
And this is the single gold in this category, so it's also the winner of the best in class.
Right. So congratulations to Three Crosses. That one, well, I live in Virginia, so obviously familiar with that. That's a good one.
All right, we are now moving on to American whiskey.
American whiskey.
We've got 3 silver award winners in the American whiskey category. First is another one from Blue Sky Distillery and their Triple Deuce whiskey. We've got another winner from Three Crosses Distilling, their American whiskey. And another with Doc Howard's. This is their corn whiskey. And we've got 3 gold winners in the American whiskey category.
Right. So one of them is Weldon Mills Distillery, Rockfish whiskey. I don't think any rockfish were harmed in making that whiskey.
And if they were, it went to a good cause.
That's right. And I'm actually, this is another tasting one of mine. So like Brian was saying, when you're a judge, you just get these things with labels like the AW. So this was AW7, apparently, because it was one that I put as one of the things that I really like. And it's Gorget Distilling Bayonet whiskey. So one of the things that I thought really stood out on this was the nose. There are some whiskeys that I just like to smell. And because I didn't pick any of these, or I'm not drinking any of them, it probably meant I didn't get them as a sample of some of this other good stuff, right? The other thing that's really good about this one to me, it's got a great palate, but also the finish on this one goes on and kind of evolves. That's one of the things I really look for in spirits is a finish, and this one has a really nice, long, evolving finish.
They speak to it on here. They say it's a blend of charcoal, so I think that's something they've really developed over
And
time.
it was neat. I mean, the other thing that was cool to me is to see all the American whiskeys, because that's a category that is coming back, just like rye is coming back. So American whiskeys are coming back. So it was nice to see all these good things for American whiskey.
We've got an interesting winner too, as the second gold, the third gold winner in this category. So we're going to speak to that a little bit.
Granddaddy Mim's Barrel Aged Shine. It was put in the American whiskey category.
Yep. So this is the Granddaddy Mims. They've got several moonshine products. This one is named Barrel Aged Shine, and they put it in as a whiskey category now, or American whiskey category. Now it was aged in the barrels,
right?
So that does give it the put it in the American whiskey category. And interestingly enough, with that kind of mix of distilling it as a moonshine and then aging it in the barrels, this won a gold from the judges. It won the best in class because it was the highest gold in that category, and it's the winner of the People's Choice Awards.
So that's a triple winner.
Yeah. So this is maybe some experimentation from some other distilleries trying to mix some of those around. It certainly paid off, and they've done a fine job with this product. So congratulations.
Yeah. So even they call it barrel aged shine. I mean, moonshine technically, the only real moonshine is the illegal moonshine.
Right.
So when you put moonshine on a product that's also called like distilled spirits or something else on the label, so the official label. So I'm just curious why they put it barrel aged shine instead of American whiskey. Won all the categories. So there you go.
Well, it worked. So
It was
good
good
job.
stuff.
Congratulations. On to our flavored whiskey category. This was one of the largest submissions that we received this year. There were a lot of flavored whiskeys that came in. They were certainly well received, and I think this is it's definitely a growing category. So we will start with the bronze winners in this category. The first is the first two, both from Weldon Mills Distillery. We've got the Sweet and High Maple Syrup Whiskey and the Caramel Green Apple Whiskey.
Okay.
Doc Howard's Distillery came in with their Hot Poker Whiskey. That is a bronze winner. And Blue Sky Distillery with their Painted Pig Smoked Bacon Maple Whiskey. I know I've personally seen this one be sampled at events and out, and it's always a crowd pleaser.
Favorite at events.
Yes, and congratulations to the Hot Poker Whiskey as well, both bronze winners. And our last bronze winner for this category is the Granddaddy Mims again, and this is their Peach Whiskey.
I'm pretty sure I tasted that one. It's very peachy.
Well, they nailed it. Those are our bronze award winners in the flavored whiskey category. Moving on to the silver award winners.
All right. So silver, let's see. We've got Kilimanjaro Distillery. Are they from the East Coast? Explorer Peanut Butter Whiskey is the silver. Blue Rascal Distillery Coffee Flavored Whiskey. Weldon Mills again. They're busy down there in North Carolina. Weldon Mills Orchards Peach Elderflower Whiskey. So there's an interesting combination, peach and elderflower. Right? RM Rose Distillery Far on the Mountain Cinnamon Whiskey. So I guess you're forewarned by the name on that one. Or even more so, Deep Roots Distillery Satan's Brew. Okay, so I don't know which one would be more you should be more careful of Satan's Brew or Fire on the Mountain.
I know a couple of them were fun surprises to the judges since we were doing this as blind tastings.
So there you go. Okay.
We've got 3 gold winners in this category.
Actually, I went.
Yep,
This is
we
a gold
jumped
winner.
ahead. So the Satan's Brew is a gold winner, not the silver.
I jumped into Brian's stuff there.
The Three Crosses Distilling and their Sugar Maple Bourbon. Thank you. And our last gold winner and the best in class for this category is RM Rose with their Sticky Pete Peanut Butter Whiskey. People like their peanut butter.
Yeah, I think that was one of the ones I had as a submission. It's a good peanut butter whiskey.
It's good. Yeah. All right, and the People's Choice Award winner for this was the Pabst Hilltop and their Benner Hill Blackberry.
Okay.
I know that one. There was a lot of submissions in the flavored whiskey category, and they really came out showing on top for that. All right, on to the bourbon category.
This is where we had the Bourbon Society helping judges, right?
It is, yeah. This is both for the whiskey, the flavored whiskey, the bourbon, the single malts, the rye. I know the Bourbon Women's Society has really enjoyed getting these through, getting an opportunity to taste those, and they're experts in it, so they judge them accordingly. So starting with our bronze winners in the bourbon category.
Okay, we have River Hill Wine and Spirits, River Hill 100. I guess that's the proof, right? Hartfield and Company Pre-Prohibition Style Bourbon Whiskey. Okay, that's an interesting one.
I like that.
Kind of like Old Forester 1920, right? Reverend Spirits Bourbon. That's I live in Virginia Beach. These are in Norfolk. So congratulations, Reverend Spirits. 1862 Distillery, Smoked Cherry Malt Bourbon.
I think that's a typo. We took a year away from them. It's 1861 distillery.
1861. Okay. And the last one is Patapsco, I guess up in Maryland. Patapsco Distilling in Bigfoot Bourbon. Okay.
Well, you're right about Maryland with the cap.
That's
want to
right.
Make sure you know.
I guess Bigfoot made it to Maryland now. Anyway. Okay, so congratulations to the bronze winners in the bourbon whiskey category.
Moving on to the silver, we've got 4 silver award winners. The first of which is the Deep Creek Distilling Deep Creek Reserve Bourbon. This was also the People's Choice Award winner for the category of bourbon.
They're kind of new at this thing, right?
Yeah. Second, we've got Weldon Mills Distillery with their Select Bourbon Whiskey. Also in silver, the Taconic Distillery with their Duchess Private Reserve. And Judson and Moore Distillery with their bourbon whiskey.
Okay. So the cool thing, so I'm going to announce the gold winners and
Time for another drink?
time for another drink because it sounds like the bourbon people and myself had the same winner for the bourbon category, so we'll get to that. So Taconic Distillery Double Barrel Maple Bourbon. Okay, it's one of our gold winners. Okay. Crux Distillery Southern Cross Bourbon.
Love the bottle.
I know. Brian loves bottles, so we'll give a bottle award category at the end. Right?
We did talk about doing it this year. We're trying to find the right design and artist to come on.
Brian will be the judge for the bottle awards. So there you go. Judson and Moore Distillery Red Corn Bourbon Whiskey. I don't think I got to try this one. Maybe I did. That's cool though. So I always like when they do stuff like the blue corn from Balcones and stuff in Texas. So it's really cool that they did red corn as the base of that. Weldon Mills Distillery, Weldon Mills Reserve Bourbon. And honestly, until this competition, I didn't know Weldon Mills did so much other stuff. I always knew them by their bourbon. So there you go. And the best in category, and the one I chose, and apparently the other judges liked the best, Barrel House 6 Distillery Brothers 1910 Bourbon Whiskey. Okay, so this is the live. So if we uncork that and pour it in, this is what it would be like, right?
It is.
So again, the big thing to me, you shouldn't put your nose that far in the glass, but has a nice nose, got the barrel notes and a little sweetness and stuff. This is a little bit, so for a bourbon, I always, when I did this one, it's a little bit spicy for a bourbon, which everybody has their own things that they like. I tend to like wheated bourbons, which are a little softer, but this one actually stood out for me just because it was a little bit different. And again, a thing I like, to me, the finish, nice long finish, evolving. Very nice. So, congratulations, best in class for Brothers 1910.
And for all the winners, congratulations. All right, continuing on this line, we've got our single malt winners coming up. We've got 2 silvers and a gold that are going to be awarded in this category. The first silver is the PepsiCo Distilling Company and their Old Defender.
That's a real Maryland thing. Okay. They went all Maryland on that.
The Newport Craft Brewing and Distilling and their Sea Fog American Single Malt Whiskey.
That's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
It's like light amber color.
It's Sea Fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these two definitely went with their terroir.
And the gold winner in this category, which is the Best in Class and the People's Choice Award winner, is the Judson and Moore and their Single Malt Whiskey. Judson and Moore, this is the first year that they've submitted products to the East Coast Craft Spirits Awards
Illinois.
in Chicago. And we're hearing their name a lot. They're winning a lot of awards today. So congratulations to all 3 of you in the single malt category.
Well, that's one of the cool things about this is you get to hear about different distilleries that you may not have known of before. You know, they do good stuff.
You know, it's really been wonderful. We've been doing this competition for 3 years now,
Right.
and seeing the growth and development, not only in some of the distilleries that come back year after year, and we see
the new ones.
same products and some new products, but also new ones as well
Mhm.
that are coming up, and watching kind of their profiles adjust a little bit and the products that they're moving into. And that's why we do this competition. We put this on primarily for the purpose of promoting local distilleries, creating the opportunity for distilleries to have another opportunity to promote themselves. And of course, we love being able to send some booze to our judges. So it's a nice little mix of all the above.
Well, the judges appreciate that. And yeah, my people who know me, so I do VA Booze News, but my thing is Virginia distilleries. But yeah, it's all about the craft spirits and supporting that thing. You put these against pretty much any national product or international product. A lot of them will come out even or above. So,
Well, we started this competition. This is our third time doing it. We did the first one in 2020, and we did it because of all the shutdowns of events and bars and that type of thing. And
That's
we
right.
wanted to create something where we can kind of keep the momentum going and keep everything going. So that's why we started doing it then, as kind of a remote tasting process where we shipped everything out to the judges. It worked, and we've continued doing it. And it's really been amazing watching the growth of the distilleries that have entered from the beginning and seeing how they've been doing, and also the growth in the sheer number of local distilleries. And we just enjoy being a part of it.
and I do like that it's a points-based thing. It's not where things are judged against each other. I think I like that part.
It speaks to the distillers' kind of spirit in industry, and more than any other, distillers, it doesn't feel as though they're competing against each other.
They're more competing against themselves.
Themselves, and they're all in it together, and we're really trying to build this industry. So
Right.
enough of that. Let's see how the Rocks did.
Okay. Another favorite category. Oh, down here. Okay, got it. We'll take off the.
So we've got 2 Bronze Award winners, 1861 Distillery with their rye whiskey, And we've got a rockfish ride with the PepsiCo Distilling Company. I think rockfish were hurt.
Another rockfish. Another rockfish, right?
On the silver category for rye,
Okay. We have Belmont Farm, right down the road. Belmont Bonded Rye. Okay. Justin and Moore Distillery. Justin and Moore Rye Whiskey. We're getting close to be a little slab of bottles. Three Crosses Distillery, Noble Hound Dark Rye. Look at the color on that one.
you're not kidding.
You got to turn that one sideways so you can see it.
It's got a beautiful amber color if you hold it up to the light.
And the last silver is Barrel House 6 Distillery Brothers 1910 Empire Rye.
And this is from the same distillery that was your favorite that you tried a moment ago.
That's right.
We've got a
You
single.
get to do the gold.
I get to do the gold. We've got a single gold winner in this category who is also the best in class and the People's Choice Award, and that is the Deep Creek Distilling and their Royal Rye Whiskey. Royal Rye Whiskey.
Yeah.
Take a sip of it and try to say the name and just keep going for that. Wonderful product. Congratulations.
Deep Creek's relatively new distillery, right? Trying to remember.
Believe so.
So congratulations. Okay, let's move.
We are now going to move on to the moonshine and then the flavored moonshine
All right.
categories. We've got 4 medal winners in the moonshine category. First is a single bronze, and that is the Rosy Cheeks Distillery with their original moonshine.
I love the name. Rosy Cheeks.
The silver
All right,
award
so-
winner for moonshine. I'll let you do that.
Okay, Pabst Hilltop Distillery. Knock 'em stiff. Knock 'em stiff.
Knock and
moonshine.
stick moonshine.
Okay.
And then you'll have Rosy Cheeks.
Okay. I'll just go on. So River Hill Wine and Spirits, River Hill Sugar Wash Moonshine. So, I mean, sugar wash is actually an old traditional way to make moonshine where you take the previous mash, add some sugar, distill it again, so you keep running the mash through and you don't spend as much money. But that's a old moonshine, old way to make moonshine. So that's kind of cool that they got a gold river wash for sugar wash. Okay. And the next gold, also best in category, Granddaddy Mims Authentic Corn Recipe Moonshine. Okay, so that's a corn-based moonshine, right? The People's Choice category in this was Pabst Hilltop Knock 'em Stiff Moonshine. So I guess the people that have tried that one have been knocked stiff and have voted for it.
Knock them stiff and check them off.
So I've got some, again, cool stuff. I think that's cool that they did that version of it.
Congratulations to all the moonshine winners.
Yep.
Moving on to the flavored moonshine, we've got 2 bronze award winners in this category, both from Pabst Hilltop Distillery. The first is their Potts Hill Peach.
Okay. It's got kind of an orangey rose color.
The second is the Benner Hill Blackberry, and this was also the People's Choice Award,
That stuff's dark.
both bronze.
For the silvers, we got Pabst Hilltop Distillery, Kate's Elderberry Shine. So made from elderberry, so I guess it supports your immune system too.
Well, it's got to, yeah. Yeah, and with the moonshine, that kills anything else that
That's
doesn't
right.
cover, so you're good.
One of my, and Rosy Cheeks Distillery, Caramel Apple. There's our caramel apple. Are these all in mason jars? Yes.
They
So
are.
all these entries are in mason jars too. So
True to the category.
no, yeah. But they won't get a best bottle.
Well, not this year, but we're going to be doing it next year.
Here we go.
And the gold winner and the best in class, also Rosy Cheeks Distillery and their Peach Cobbler Moonshine, and we've got peach slices right there
Sitting
in the bottle.
Yeah, kind of like the pear brandies in Europe, where the pear is in the bottom. Right?
That's right.
Sort of.
congratulations to the Flavored Moonshine Award winners.
And this dark one is the People's Choice Award. Okay, so it's Pabst Hilltop Distillery Benner Hill Blackberry Moonshine. So this is the People's Choice Award for this category.
Great. Congratulations. I know in the comments from the judges that came through, they both enjoyed these on their own and really wanted to be able to try them in cocktails and mix them up in those. And I agree with that. Moving on to our gin category, which was a high growth. We got
I'm a
a
gin
gin
guy.
fan here today. Yeah?
There's a gin guy here today.
This is a high growth in category this year. So we received a lot more gin submissions this year than we had in the past. We keep gin to a single category, so we don't have gin or
different kinds of
infused
gin.
gin or flavored or that type of thing. We've got it all in a single one. But
Well, I mean, the defining characteristic of gin is going to be there's juniper in it. So other than that, you can do pretty much what you want with gin, but there has to be juniper. So there you go. So
And
there's
we've
different styles of gin and things like that, but we'll see how we go.
Yep. So like I said, we saw a lot this year, and again, these are all points based. So they're not rank based. So regardless of how it's split up, nobody's competing against each other. And these were all very well received. So we're starting with silver award winners for this category. We've got 5 silver award winners.
And I think that speaks a little bit. I know, so because a lot of times, because I'm a gin guy, so I get clear spirits to judge. And that was one of the things I noticed. All the gins were elevated over previous years. So it was great that we start with silver.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Yeah.
The 1861 distilleries, their gin number 6. The PepsiCo Distilling Company and their JP Gin.
That's got a pretty coffee. Right? You didn't like that one?
I love it. The Maryland caps are fun to watch come through also. The Barrel House 6 Distillery and their Sisters 1924 London Dry Gin. This has got some beautiful artwork on the face of the
It's
bottle.
cool they're
here
doing
as
a
well.
London Dry too. Most American distilleries will do a modern gin, so it's kind of cool they're doing a London Dry.
We've got Weldon Mills Distillery, their 3 Hamlets Gin. And the last in the silver category is Reverend Spirits
Cool.
and their gin.
I know, folks.
And onto the gold for the
On
gin
to the
category.
gold. So let's see. We'll start out with Blue Rascal Distillery, and it's just called gin. I like that. It's just gin.
Kind of speaks to gin itself. That's what it is, and here's where it is.
That's right. And this is one where I get a taste. So this is 1861 Distillery Gin number 8. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about this. So I don't know if you can. That doesn't look. Most gins are clear, right? Unless they're a barrel aged or an old Tom gin. So this one is interesting because it's not clear, kind of an amber color. And this was one of the ones that kind of, when I was doing the gin category, remember, not every judge gets every sample. So I didn't necessarily try all of these. But of the ones I tried, so this isn't like your typical modern gin, or it's certainly not a London Dry gin. So it's got a lot of floral characteristics in it. That was one of the things that kind of stood out, and I thought it was a very well crafted gin. It's not a traditional one, but it just, when I was tasting all the different ones, this was kind of my standout. So again, on the nose, you get a lot of floral, kind of like, that's the best word I can think of, floral. And then the thing I liked about it on the taste, it doesn't taste floral. So it has an evolving taste, and it ends kind of in a little spicy finish. Really unique gin. So this would, I thought this would be kind of cool to sip. It would be, for those people who like to use gin in cocktails, this would be a little challenging, but you might come up with some really awesome cocktails with this. I think typical gin cocktails, you'd have to be a little careful just because the flavor profile is so different, but just a really unique gin. So that was one of the ones I liked that category. And then our best in category is Deep Creek Distilling, Cape Henry Gin. All right. So this was That's the best in category.
Yep, we got two more. This one and this one.
30A Distilling Company Rosemary Beach Citrus Rosemary Gin. So I guess that's another flavored gin. I don't think I got that one because I would remember rosemary. On that. And 1861 Gin Distillery Gin number 4. So you have gin number 8, gin number 4, gin number 10. Maybe another one that's kind of dark.
Yep, and they've got it right here in the bottle. We produce cold compound gin, where the infusion of botanicals happens after distillation rather than before. So that explains the coloring on 3 of their products here from 1861 that won awards in the gin
So
category.
they steep the gin after they make it. Okay, so that's different. Okay, so congratulations to all our gold winners. And the People's Choice Awards on this is the Deep Creek Distilling Cape Henry Gin.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, that's our People's Choice Award in the gin category. And thanks for advancing the category of gin.
Congratulations.
Yep.
We are going to move on to vodka. I think it's that time of the day to start moving on to the vodka, right?
Another clear spirit.
We have got bronze and silver in this category this year. The 2 bronze winners, first is Reverend Spirits and their vodka. And the second is Granddaddy Mims Distilling Company and their Owltown original vodka, which was also the People's Choice Award winner for this category. And the silver award winners.
So silver awards, Georgette Distillery, vodka. And Blue Sky Distillery, this down there in Smithfield, right? Dog Star Vodka. Weldon Mills Distillery, their Dre 25 vodka. Got a frosted.
There's a frosted bottle on there, yeah.
And the Patapsco Distilling Company Bluefin vodka. Okay, so this time they kept the rockfish with K and went with Bluefin too.
Well, we're moving up the ladder, I guess.
This was also the category award winner. So the Bluefin vodka from Patapsco Distilling Company in Maryland is the award winner for the vodka category.
Congratulations.
People's Choice in vodka was Granddaddy Mims Owltown Original Vodka. So that's the People's Choice Award winner in the vodka category. All right, thank you.
Our next category is flavored vodka. We've got 4 winners in this category, a bronze, a silver, and 2 gold. First with and I'll tell you what, Weldon Mills Distillery took a clean sweep on this one. So Weldon
Really?
Mills flavored vodka is your
The guys that I
wheelhouse.
didn't know made anything but bourbon apparently are good at making vodka.
They've showed up today to educate you.
Right.
So the Weldon Mills Distillery, first with their bronze winner, is their cinnamon vodka.
That's interesting. A green cinnamon vodka. So that's, you usually think of cinnamon, right? That's cool.
Their Dre 25 Lavender Lime Vodka is the silver award winner. And 2 golds in the flavored category for Weldon Mills. We've got the Raspberry Rose and their Orange Blossom Vodka. The Orange Blossom Vodka was the People's Choice, and the Raspberry Rose is the best in class. This is the highest score from the judges.
I recognize that one from the taste.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Weldon Mills when I tasted it, but yes, I do remember that one from doing the tasting.
I think you're about to have a pantry full of it because
That's
these have been some of your favorites.
That's right. So thanks, Weldon Mills, for telling me you do more than bourbon. Okay, agave spirits. Another category close to my heart. Although, so the thing about agave, obviously you can't call something tequila unless it's made in Mexico, right? But you can call it agave spirits. There's one entry here, which is Chesapeake Bay Distillery down in Virginia Beach. And their smoked Ghost Pepper Tequila, which is one I'm kind of familiar with even before I did the tasting. This one will sneak up on you because you drink it and it's like, oh, it's okay. All of a sudden, you get the flame.
They've got a ghost pepper vodka.
They have a
I
Ghost
believe
Pepper
as well.
vodka as well. Yes, they do. So, congratulations, Chesapeake Bay, for their silver on the Ghost Pepper Tequila. And for brandy, Blue Rascal Distillery has the silver as the blueberry brandy. So their blueberry brandy, which I've actually never had blueberry brandy. So
You know,
I didn't get to taste this one as a judge.
we don't get a lot of brandy submissions in the category. And when we first launched 3 years ago, it wasn't one of our categories. And the distillery reached out and said, I've got a brandy I'd love to submit. And we've had submissions, so we added it. And we've had submissions every year since then, and it's been different ones. So
Cool.
there are locally crafted brandies out there, and if you're a fan, give them a try. If you're not a fan, then give them a revisit, because the Blue Rascal Distillery Blueberry Brandy was well received this year.
People's Choice Award as well, just like Chesapeake Bay with their Ghost Pepper Tequila. It's also the People's Award winner in the category.
So congratulations.
Right.
Another big category that we had this year, and this is our final category that we're announcing before we announce the Distillery of the Year award
There you go.
winner, and that was cordials. We had a lot of cordials.
Which is a big category, like all kinds of stuff is in the cordial category.
It is, and there were some and some other ones too. Some of the flavored products, they kind of balance. Some of them kind of
Yeah.
balance.
Like
on
I think we actually discussed that the rum, that flavored rum, could almost have been a cordial.
But it was well received either way. And you know what? That's one of the reasons that we do this as a score based and not the competition based. We want the distilleries, we want their submissions and their product to be judged the way that they want them to, the way they want to push them out. But we don't want to compare them against someone else, because those could be different decisions. And we've got an interesting one too that you're going to be closing out the awards with the tasting as well. So we'll start with the bronzes.
Okay.
We'll do your tasting one last in the bronze category. The first bronze award winner is Barrel House 6 Distillery and their Brothers 1910 Peppermint Cream Liqueur. You know, I've noticed throughout the whole thing, their bottles are all they're all hand labeled, which is nice to see. I think it's just another speak to how they take their craft. The Gorget Distilling Company is the Cavalier Cream Salted Caramel Truffle.
Wow. There's some flavors there. I know I didn't try that one as a judge. I probably would have remembered salted caramel too.
Another bronze award winner is the Mims Georgia Cream and their pecan roll. This was the People's Choice Award winner for this category. And the last bronze award winner is one that you I don't know, was this one that you got to vote on as a judge, or is one that you got to try earlier
Got
today?
to try later.
Yeah.
So this is Trial and Error Distillery down in Richmond. So just down the road here. Very micro distillery, Trial and Error. I mean, like I don't even know, their still is not anywhere close to this. So it is truly a micro distillery.
Got Bombolina pasta. So they make pasta and they
So you
they
can get
make
pasta and you
spirits,
can
yeah.
go over to the distillery side. So Trial and Error is truly a micro distillery. And they made a green chartreuse. So, you know, with the news that came out that chartreuse is going to be not as available because the monks are not going to make as much of it and do more monk stuff, right, in France. So green chartreuse, FYI, is going to be a little harder to get. But Trial and Error stepped up to the plate and did their green chartreuse. So that was one of the things I thought was kind of neat about this. It's got a nice nose and it tastes a lot like green chartreuse. So if you can't get the real green chartreuse, you've got a local version that you can still make your last words and all those kind of good cocktails that need green chartreuse with Trial and Error.
So track down
Cheers
Trial
on
and
that.
Error.
Cheers on that one. I don't know if it's listed in the ABC because I haven't seen it, but
If it's produced in Virginia, it can be special ordered.
There you go.
to the
So
ABC
special
store.
order.
So you can find this.
if you're in
product.
Virginia, now if you're outside of Virginia, I don't know how distributed. So. Anyway, it's just a really cool one. It's a standout. That's why we thought we'd talk about it. I'll take that.
So congratulations on that. We've got a single silver award winner and then a number of golds. I'll start with the silver award winner. That is Blue Rascal Distillery and their blueberry liqueur. Beautiful coloring to that one as well.
Yeah.
More of a ruby red on that one, kind of. And our gold award winners, we've got a number of them.
Yep. So we've got Georgette Distillery Cavalier Cream Pecan Praline. Okay. This is our second pecan one. Deep Roots Distillery, Not Your Nani Sambuca. This is one I got to try. And yes, this is a Sambuca. So if you're a Sambuca fan, that would be one to look up. Very, very Sambuca. C88 Holdings, Rivulet Artisan Pecan Liqueur. That's interesting. We have so many pecans. That should be a beautiful model.
It is. Yeah, they have beautiful design on here, and I like the shape, the coloring. They're really, it's a minimalist kind of sticker on there. They're really showing off the coloring of this product, and
that would look great on your door.
It paid off.
Yep. And Barrel House Distillery Brothers 1910 Chocolate Cream Liqueur. Okay. So that would probably be one of our vodka winners and sort of an espresso martini thing.
Yeah.
Right? That would be cool.
It's from their batch number 1 here that it came out.
And this is one I didn't get to try, but I'm probably going to see if I can try it. Jack from Brooklyn. This is our category award winner. It's a sorrel liqueur. There we go. Another beautiful bottle.
It really is. It all goes together. I feel it's part of the experience.
Right.
The taste, the smell, the feel of the bottle, the look of the spirit. It's really a part of the experience, and it's wonderful to see how many go above and beyond to really speak to their craft of what it is that they're trying to give out. This is New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay. Well, cool. Jack Brown for making us world here.
So congratulations to the cordial winners and all of the bottle award winners today. Our last announcement of the day is the Distillery of the Year. So we are proud to announce, and this is one they put 4 submissions in, so that was the requirement. You had to have at least 4 submissions be put through in the competition, and we took the average of those scores. So this particular distillery across the board, so they had a high-scoring bronze, a high-scoring silver, and 2 very well-performing golds. And the winner there is Deep Roots Distillery, is our Distillery of the Year. So congratulations. And that was one of theirs was the Sambuca that we were just speaking of. So well deserved. Carl, thank you for being a part of the judging process this year. Thank you to all of our other judges that participated. Thank you for all the fans that voted in the People's Choice Awards for the time that we had those open. And a very special thank you to the distilleries for allowing us to be able to help promote you, your product, your business, and what it is that you love doing. We enjoy being here. We love being part of the process. And we are looking forward to, we'll have some more comments and information out to you. The medals will be shipped in the coming weeks. And until then, congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today.
That's right. Thanks. And I opened my eyes to a lot of new distilleries. That's part of the fun of doing this, is seeing distilleries I don't know about, or Weldon Mills does a lot more stuff than whiskey. So either way, right?
A note to take home.
That's right. A note to take home.
Thank you, everybody, for joining today. We will see you next year.
All right. Cheers.
Well, Carl, thank you very much. Good job. I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, we're off.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Down here.
How are you doing, man?
I don't even know what's on.
12:55. It was an hour. That's not bad. Well done. Yeah.
That's what we tried to do, right? I thought you were trying to do 40 minutes to an hour.
I never looked at it. Yeah, and things seem to be flowing pretty good. We kind of bantered a little bit more in the middle, but it gets boring just
Brian was expecting 15 minutes. It's like, there's no way this is going to be 15 minutes.
No, it could be an
I
auction.
don't even think you could just flat out announce it. Unless we're like an auctioneer.
I mean, I could sit there, read them on my couch with my feet up in the air or something.
Next year.
I was going to try to flag them.
There you go.
Well, I kept trying to catch it, but he, and they just left.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
I saw him go outside, but like he got in his car and left.
Got him
Yeah,
cheap.
when I was out there, he passed me, he's like, this is a good time for me to leave, I guess.
Um,
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was getting something in
So
his
he wasn't
car.
gonna be here until 6 o'clock. So, and then he shows up 12:40.
I guess the plane stayed on schedule then, because that's when he would have pretty much gotten here. If he got there.
I told you he wouldn't be here till well after 12.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go through those. The only thing I need back is my bottles, because those were just ones I grabbed from under the